Yeah, just a quick review of the Mars Wellness Plantar Fasciitis Stretch Night Sock. So they originally started with night splints, and they're really, really rigid. They were, like made of like metal and or hard plastic, and really more like a boot, So they were really a true splint. And then they came out with these night socks. So did the same thing, but they were just a lot softer. So that's kind of like what this is. This is actually one of the longer ones that I've seen. A lot of them don't go up quite this far, but this one gives you a long pull on it, which is kind of interesting, what I think sets it apart. But there's a ton of these out there that you can get, so I'm going to go over a few of the features that I like about this particular one, just to give you something to think about. Number one, this is hand wash only, so just know that from the beginning. The other thing is, it does have little grippy things on the bottom. Which is actually, don't overlook that, because a lot of people you got to wear this all night or work up to that, and you might, a lot of people get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom, and you don't want a slippery sock. So this actually has gripping bottom, so really good. So you don't have to worry about that. The other thing I like about this, and the other ones too that are like socks, night splint socks. They're low profile, and this one's really low profile. I was just gonna say, it's just like wearing a plain old sock, which is good because it's more comfortable, and the more comfortable it is, the more apt you are to be able to wear the thing all night. So here again, what good is a splint or a sock that does exactly what it's supposed to do, but you can't really wear the thing like you're supposed to. So that's one thing I really like about this. Really low profile, which should make it more comfortable so you can wear it all night long. Now, this is designed to keep your foot pulled up, as you can tell, because one of the hallmark symptoms of plantar fasciitis is when you get up in the morning, it's really diagnostic. The first few steps are really painful, and that's because the plantar fascia has a tendency to contract and get stiff overnight. And then when you stand up and put your body weight on it, it doesn't like that, and you have all the pain. A lot of people don't know this, but plantar fasciitis, there really is no inflammation involved in this process. And how do they know that? Well, basically, if you look at the research on the biopsy studies, that's where they go in and they take, let's say, 100 people with plantar fasciitis. They take a little piece of the plantar fascia out, and then they look at it and they see, hey, do we see any inflammatory cells in there? Because if there's inflammation, you need to be able to see these cells that are involved in inflammation. So what do they find? Well, the 5-Minute Plantar Fasciitis Solution, this book, basically it went through all the studies over the years, all the biopsy studies through the decades, and they compile them on chronic plantar fasciitis sufferers. So, these are, like I say, these are biopsy studies where these people have been suffering for a while. You take a piece out, look at it in the microscope. What did they find? There are no signs of inflammation. They don't find inflammatory cells. Like so, for something to be inflamed, you need to find cells that are directly involved in the body's inflammatory process. And they don't find any. So what do they find? Well, they do find this is an incomplete healing process. There's no inflammation, but they find evidence of degenerative changes. So basically, this is a tissue that's being stressed and it's trying to heal and it can't. So if you've been trying to treat your plantar fasciitis and you've been treating the inflammation, that's maybe why you're not better, because there really isn't any involved. It's basically an incomplete healing process, and you need to do things to kind of speed up the healing process. Now, this 5-minute solution is about a stretching technique, because like I said, stretching does help realign collagen fibers and really help speed up healing. So this has a specific plantar fasciitis stretching technique. And actually, if you want to show that something's effective in medicine, what you would do is you do a randomized controlled trial, and that's the highest form of proof in medicine that a treatment's actually effective. And this technique has been used in like 4 or 5 randomized controlled trials, and it's shown to be very effective. A lot of the times it's 90+% effective. So, and it's not even just about the specific stretching technique, but it's when you do the technique throughout the day for a total of 5 minutes. Another good tool to use if you're looking for one. But hey, this is another good tool that's been proven to help. So yeah, if you're looking for a night splint sock as opposed to a rigid brace, I think this is a good one, so check it out.